Hello everyone, I am Anusha Madhuraj, pursuing Masters in Construction Engineering Management from CEPT University, and I am here to present a Greenfield Industrial project which I studied as a part of a studio in the construction project execution, monitoring and control. Here, the 3D layout of the site store is shown along with the placement of its location at site, and the quantity takeoff for the same is being carried out in Revit and the output is tabulated here. Here we'll be seeing some of the good practices and deltas that are observed at site. Firstly, proper fire prevention system, health, safety and quality management systems such as inspection tags for scaffolding were provided, and as a part of deltas, proper safety barricading were not provided for gas storages, improper use of support system for scaffolding and improper use of allocated spaces were observed as shown in the images. Here in the planning, I had taken the piling activity, and sequence of activities would be first excavation, then reinforcement works, and then the concreting. The scope of work is shown at the right, and there were 22 piles and 11 pile caps to be casted. And the schedule and the cost incurred for the activity is detailed. And for the purpose of calculation, some planning assumptions were considered, like the duration for excavating one pile was considered to be 30 minutes, and the quantity of reinforcement is considered based on the volume of concrete for pile caps, which is 1% of 1 cubic meter of concrete. Next is contract administration. This involves study of contract agreement between the client and the contractor for setting up a greenfield facility at SAN GIDC. The process followed for contract administration is mentioned in the flowchart, and the table at the right shows the checklist for contract administration. Most of the provisions provided in the checklist are followed at site, and for the litigation marked in red, no provision for settlement of claims in case of litigation happens is provided in the contract document. Next, we have the cost of quality. It is usually in the form of cost of conformance and cost of non-conformance. Here I have detailed the cost of rework. The NCs generated at site are analyzed based on the cost incurred, and here in the table, the detailed breakup of one such NC showing the material, labor, equipment and preliminaries is shown. And the summary of cost of quality is tabulated below, where it can be seen that the cumulative cost amounts to almost 0.22% of the total project cost. Here in this analysis, the possible hazards are predicted based on the work to be done by analyzing the relationship between tools and materials used for the activity and the workman. OSHA defines these hazards in 4 categories: fault, struck by, caught or between incidents, and electrical. Here I have considered an incident under fault hazards: the absence of platform, toe board and mid-rails in the scaffold, and gaps of more than 6 inches on either side are observed as in the image, and the details of the hazard is filled in the analysis form as shown, and the relevant control measures as per OSHA are enlisted, which could help prevent such hazards in future. The table shows the vendor management system followed at site, and the vendors are classified based on the manufacturer and service provided. Some of the materials are procured based on the minimum stock level to be maintained, and there were no vendor evaluation system followed at site, and we have proposed one for the same, and the marking of vendors are done based on the criteria mentioned at the table below. Here the existing store layout was analyzed based on 6 sets of lead. The on-site images have been marked with the store layout. The first image shows the improper maintained pathways. The third image shows dumping of white cement bags, even though it has a separate dedicated storage. For the updated store layout, Kaizen box was added, and the material racks were distinguished as consumables, non-consumables, and material for later use. Next is a green building rating system. Here we have rated a project considering the following factors, and after rating the existing situation, the score sums up to 19, which is not eligible, and after implementing the suggestions, the project is eligible for silver rating. The site selection, water conservation, indoor air quality are scored higher compared to other criteria as more importance is given, and it is also observed that roof materials with less SRI value and paints with low VOC contents etc. were used at site. And similarly, we have analyzed the criteria for COVID norms also. Here it is observed that most of the necessary COVID precautions and protocols have been followed at site, and suggestions have been provided for those that are not followed at site. Here I have summarized the studio learnings. First, under the site layout planning and analysis, the importance of preparing a construction site layout, identifying pleasant deltas, and providing suggestions for better functioning of site layout was observed. Next, in the planning and scheduling, it helped us understand the basics of planning and how a micro schedule for a project can be prepared, along with the cost, time, and resources it would require for each activity. And next, in contract administration, we noticed that most of the conditions are in line with the GCC as per the FIDIC guidelines, and that the period of completion was extended from 5th of October 2020 to 29 June 2021, till which the liquidated damages will not be claimed. And under quality management, the concept that quality is continual process throughout the project life and how the quality of works can affect the time and cost aspects of the project directly was understood. And by carrying out job hazard analysis on site, we were able to learn various safety standards as per OSHA guidelines and how these would help reduce the occurrence of these accidents. And under material management, the importance of proper on-site quality checks and choosing of eligible vendors and efficient management of site store using lean tools were observed. Lastly, under the IGBC, since a project is an industrial setup and has not been designed as per green rating standards, but after implementation of some of the suggestions provided, we understood that it can be made eligible for silver rating.